All right, thanks, Steph. We'll revisit that butterfly situation later. We definitely can't let that one go. But right now, we want to help you survive a COVID-19 summer, of course. What are you going to do with the kids? Well, we got to get you going. It's BT Summer Camp. And this morning, from arts and crafts, are you going to have science experiments, maybe sports? How about some cooking? And we're going to do that today as we head to the kitchen with Chef Julian Pantzer, who's teaching us how to prepare a traditional Greek meal. There he is. Good morning, Chef.
Hey, how's it going, Devo?
It's great, thank you. And we're going to start with this. Before we get into the meal, we mentioned earlier, we showed this video of someone draining pasta. People pour it in the strainer, but they said you should put the strainer on top and then pour out the water. You're the chef, you're the expert. What do you do?
Well, I say whatever you're comfortable with from a safety perspective. But first, I mean, look, boiled pasta, lots of salted water, lots, no lid on the pot. You can absolutely strain into a strainer. You can leave it in the pot. What you really want to focus on is how well your pasta is cooked. So don't overcook your pasta. So whether you're straining it in, out, or over, well, don't do it over your head. But wherever you're straining it, just make sure it's cooked properly.
Amazing.
Al dente, okay?
There we go, al dente. That's what you said. All right, perfect. Okay, Remy and Leo, they decided to sleep in today, but you've got a working day, of course. So let's get into this, because this is a meal that, you started off as a kid in the kitchen, and you want to get the kids involved, and this is something that the family can do and the kids can help out with to get a nice souvlaki dinner going on, right?
Absolutely. So Greek, I find, is one cuisine that's a perfect jumping off point for kids to get into. I mean, whether you're doing chicken souvlaki or vegetarian souvlaki, the flavors are pretty mellow. It's nothing totally out there. So you want to get your kid into cooking, pick a cuisine that's going to be a little bit more comfortable for them, something they know already, and obviously some ingredients that are pretty readily at your disposal.
All right, awesome. So what do you got to show us this morning? You're going to start with the marinade, I think you said?
Yeah, we're going to start with the marinade. So, when marinating meat, for instance, for every hour that a meat is sitting in a marinade, it's actually only flavoring the meat 1 millimeter. So that's 1 millimeter per hour. All right. Wow. So I'm going to marinate what I got here. I actually marinated some last night, and I've got it cooking in our cast iron pan already. So that's going to be my dinner later. All right.
Perfect.
So we're going to throw everything in the blender. I find that that's a really simple way of creating a marinade without having to do a lot of chopping, especially with young kids. If you don't want them around the knives too soon, you can just say, all right, let's throw it in the blender. So we got a little bit of onion going in and some fresh parsley. Here's my secret ingredient, cinnamon. All right, a little bit of cinnamon in there.
Interesting. Okay.
No, it's not nutmeg this time.
Yeah.
All right. Another great one is Dijon mustard.
Very good.
So, you can have simple ingredients, but you can still challenge your kid's palate a little bit by adding in, different ingredients like Dijon mustard, cinnamon. Right now, the classic Greek herb, oregano, and some garlic. I actually have roasted garlic kicking around in my kitchen at all times.
Yeah.
But you can use raw garlic, all good. The last ingredient, olive oil, and salt and pepper. Salt, pepper, and we're gonna go ahead and get that on the blender.
You do it. We've got something that sounds like a blender happening behind me now anyway, so go for it, Chef.
Let's do it.
Just add to the sounds. And you know what, though? You're so right about the blender, Chef, because I remember being a kid in the kitchen, and my mom would be like, yeah, come over here, just press the button, right? And just being a little kid, and you're not going to break anything. Just keep pressing it.
And the kids have fun using the blender. It's kind of like a little science experiment here. There we go. Blend that up nicely. 3, 2, 1. And that's it. All right. We're going to grab, there we go, our $1 million tool, which is our spatula, so that we get every last drop out. Okay. And then you can go ahead, give that a nice mix.
And so with that, you were saying, the amount of time. So how long should you do that overnight? Like let it sit overnight in the fridge?
Ideally overnight, because then you're not restricted by timing the next day. So I would say at least 6 hours in advance. If you've cut the chicken nice and small, then you're marinating more of that meat a little more efficiently.
All right, Chef. Do we get to see that finished product after? What's coming off that grill?
Yeah, absolutely. So I got it cooking on the stove behind me. The next thing I want to do actually is our tzatziki. So we got a little bit of Greek yogurt here. Really simple recipe. I've already chopped up some parsley. All right. A little bit of honey in there. Because it is Greek yogurt, there's quite a bit of tartness to it. And the next ingredient, lemon juice, makes it even more tart. So that honey is there to balance it out. And this is one of the things I often teach kids really early on, is how to balance out flavors. So if it's too sour, too sweet, too salty, there's always a way in cooking to fix things, okay? I got my grater. I'm gonna grate a little bit of cucumber on there. And we're not gonna use the cucumber water, just the guts, I guess.
Right.
The shavings, all right?
Chef, we got about 30 seconds, so we're gonna have to run through it.
Right on. So we've got here our tzatziki already done. We're gonna add that in, and while I'm plating, what are we doing with kids this summer? We're actually running a kids cooking camp in studio and virtually.
Oh, wow.
The kids are able to either cook from the safety of their own home, or they can come to us, and it's still safe, but we're running a chef camp here. So teaching kids that being a chef and loving food is so much more than just cooking.
Dinner
so that's what you guys are going to be preparing today.
Served. Wow, that looks so good. Chef, thechefupstairs.com to get into those cooking lessons, and your kids could be making you that while you just chill on the couch and relax during this summer. Thanks so much, Chef. Good to see you.
Here's Evo. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, take care. Chef Julian Pantzer right there. That is so good. Summer camp. BT Summer Camp is what we're showing you right now. That's awesome, Mel.
I would love to put my feet up and have a little child, 4-year-old, cook me that stuff, if he could. He's a little young for it.
You're going to have to help him a little bit right now, but in a few years.
PB&J, he's a pro at it, though.